Good afternoon, friends. Today I am here with a new video, that is introduction to machine design. Okay. So it is the chapter of 5th semester diploma mechanical engineering of subject design of machine elements, and this is the most basic chapter or basic conceptual chapter to machine design. Okay. So we will start. So first of all, what is a design? We should know what is a design. The design is to formulate a plan, satisfy a particular need, and to create something with physical reality. That means something comes in your mind. Suppose day to day, in every day, something coming to our mind, but every thinking cannot be converted to design. But when we will visualize one thinking to a product or reality, so that is called a design. So realization of a concept or idea into a configuration is called as a design. Okay. So design is the creation of a plan or convention for the construction of an object. We will construct a object from our thinking, it is called as a design. So next come to, now we will see what is a machine. So machine is defined as a combination of resisting bodies with successfully constant relative motion, which is used to transform other form of energy into mechanical or transit and modify available energy to do some useful work. Suppose one energy is present already, so we have to convert that energy to useful work. At that time we will require a body, that is called a machine. So an apparatus using a mechanical power and having several parts, each with a defined function together performing a particular task. Okay. An apparatus is also called a machine using the mechanical power and it has several different type of parts are there. So another definition we can say, semi or fully automated device that magnifies human physical or mental capabilities in performing one or more operation, it is also called a machine. And the best definition we can say, machine is a combination of several machine elements arranged to work together as a whole to accomplish a specific purpose. Okay. So for a specific purpose we will use a machine. So next come to what is a machine design. Now machine design involves designing the elements and arranging them optimally to obtain some useful work. Okay. So when we design some elements to get the useful work, that is called a machine design, or it is the process of engineering design. A machine is made up of different mechanisms that work together and satisfy our requirement, or we can say we will minimize our human effort. So now come to the classification of machine design. So there are various classifications of machine design, but for subject point of view we will focus on these three parameters. When we classify, it is classified into three types. One is your adaptive design, second is your development design, third one is your new design. So generally your machine design are classified into three types. So one by one we will discuss. First of all, what is a adaptive design? Adaptive design, we will see the definition first, then we will understand. The designer's work is concerned with adaptation of existing design. The designer only makes minor alteration or modification in the existing design of the product. If you see or if you understand the definition, that means some design is already in the market. Let us take an example of one automobile vehicle, that is suppose Hyundai Creta. It is already in the market. If we will design the Creta in different versions, okay, so that means we will do some minor changes, minor modification to existing design. So from this adaptive design, the designer should not have the much amount of knowledge. It should have simple knowledge or basic knowledge so that he can design a product. Okay. So next come to the development design. The development design is the advanced phase of adaptive design. So this type of design needs considerable specific training and design ability in order to modify the existing design into new ideas by adapting new material or different method of manufacture. The designer starts from the existing design, but final product may differ quite markedly from the original product. So this is the advanced stage of adaptive design. In adaptive design, the final product is quite similar to the previous product, but in development design we will use some new material, new techniques, new methods, new formulas, and the final product is widely different from the previous existing product. Okay. So this is the development design. Now come to the new design. In new design, that means this type of design needs lot of research, technical ability and creative thinking. Suppose one automobile company is first producing its electric vehicle, then previously they does not do any electric vehicle or they does not manufacture any electric vehicle, but now they enter to the electric vehicle segment. So at this time some new designs are required, some new parameters are there, some new formulas are there. Okay. So for a new design, the designer should have adequate knowledge, adequate research, technically sound, so that he can create a new design. Okay. So next come to also type of design based on different methods. Now come to the different methods. So there are basically three methods. One is your rational design, second is your empirical design, third is your industrial design. So first is rational design. Rational design, it is based on the determining the stress and strains of the component and thereby deciding their dimension. This type of design depends upon mathematical formula, the principle of mechanics. So in rational design, what happens? Different type of mechanical formulas are used to manufacture a product or design a component by looking the different type of stresses, different type of strains associated to manufacture the component. But second come to the empirical design. In empirical design, some simple formulas are used, only simple formula is used, but some past experience are required to design a new product. So next come to the industrial design. This type of design depends upon the production aspect to manufacture any machine components. In the industry, based on industrial consideration and norms, suppose market survey, external look, production facilities, low cost, use of existing standard product, that means in industry purpose. So we will first survey the market, we will see the how the product will look like, or what are the production facilities the industry have, what is the cost of manufacturing, what is the cost of selling. All these things, parameters are used in industrial design. Now come to the factors considered in machine design. So during the machine design, what are the factors the designer must consider? Okay. So first is material. Which material the designer is going to be used, that is the first parameter. Second is forces on the element. What are the forces acting on the elements, or we can say the element is used in which parts of the machine. Next is size. What is the size of the object? Next is shape and space requirement. What is the shape of the object? Next is the weight of the product. All these parameters should be considered during the machine design. And another thing, the method of manufacturing, how the component will be manufactured, on which machine it will manufacture, it is also considered. How it will operate, what is the reliability and safety aspect of that component, what is inspectability, what is the maintenance, what is the cost, of the design product, all these factors to be considered during the design of a component. Now come to what are the procedure. Suppose one designer has passed through all these phases that I have discussed earlier, then what are the procedure? Generally we can say this is the 8 parameters, this is the most important 8 parameters for a machine design. First is need or aim, second is synthesis or mechanism, third is analysis of forces, fourth is design of elements, sixth is your material selection, next is your modification, and then is your detailed drawing, then production. So first we will see one by one. First is the recognition of need. First of all, make a complete statement of the problem. Why we require the part? Why we will manufacture the part? That means indicating the need or aim, or the purpose of for which the machine is to be designed. This is the basic requirement, because without any aim or without any need we can't manufacture a product. Next come to synthesis or mechanism. Now it is select the possible mechanism or group of mechanism which will give the desired motion. That means when we design a component, we should clarify that this component is going to be used in which motion or which parameter it is going to be used. Next is analysis of forces. That means find the forces acting on each member of the machine and the energy transmitted by each member. That means during the phase of designing, analysis force plays an important role, because if you don't analyze the forces and will just simple design the product, it may fail after completion of the design. So analysis of forces makes a good impact during the phases of the design. Next come to your material selection. So material selection will see select the material best suited for the each member of the machine. That means suppose we are designing 3 or 4 members. Now which member required which material? That means which material is suitable for which member? That is also important. Next come to design of elements. Design of elements we will consider generally size and stresses. That means find the size of each member of the machine by considering the force acting on the member and the permissible stresses for the material to be used. So shear stress, different type of stress, okay, tensile stress, compressive stress. So how different type of stresses acting on the component of the material, it should be considered, it should be kept in mind during the phase of designing. So next come to the 6th number point, modification. So after all these 5 parameters, we just simply shifted to modification. That means modify the size of the member to agree with the past experience. Okay, so we will see the past experience and judgment to facilitate manufacturing. If some modification is required, we will modify in this stage. The modification may also be necessary by considering of manufacturing to reducing the overall cost. So after all these parameters, we will see the how the cost of the product is going to be. If we will see if we will make some little bit modification, so that our cost of the product manufacturing will reduce. At that time, in this phase we will just modify little bit. Next come to detailed drawing. After the proper modification, now come to detailed drawing. That means draw the detailed drawing of the each component and the assembly for the machine with complete specification for the manufacturing process suggested. So in this phase we will draw completely of each and every individual part is going to be manufactured, so that the production engineer or the manufacturing engineer will analyze each parameter and he will feel able to manufacture it without any problem. So next come to 8. Last part is the production. So after all these 7 parameters, so the component as per the drawing is manufactured in the workshop. Okay. So these all 8 parameters is the required to create a successful design. Hope you all will understand about the different type of machine design, what are the general procedures regarding the machine design. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Thank you.